We are the best police department in the country, and we're very proud of it.
If I can contribute, then I should. I never really lose it. When I go home, I'm still recruit bonding.
You're gonna feel different when you put that uniform on. We're all learning together. We're all starting from square one.
You're going through something over 26 weeks that is intense, that is challenging, that is life-altering. And the people that you share that with are the most important part of the experience.
The state test is now behind the recruits of 196, and with all of them passing, they've now knocked one more thing off of their checklist.
I honestly thought that I was gonna be like a lot more nervous than I was, especially because we took it here, I feel like it took a lot of the tension off of it, that I wasn't getting in the car and going and sitting in the room like the SAT or something. Because I know that especially on like those days in high school and stuff, that stressed me out a lot. But it helped that we took it here, because I just saw it as like, oh, this is just one more test and then I'm done. Like, it's gonna take a little bit longer, but it's over when it's over. So, and then I feel like a lot of people stressed over the weekend and they're like, I have to know. And I was like, it's done. Like, you can't do anything about it now. So if you felt confident enough in it, like, I'm sure that it worked out. My neck was like stuck from staring down at my desk like this. I lowered my chair all the way to the floor so that I was like level with my paper, because I was tired of looking down. It was just like a long time to be in there. And then I probably checked my answers like a bunch of times. And normally I don't even let myself do that because I'm afraid that I'm gonna switch my answers. But they let us use scrap paper and write down like the ones that we were having doubts about. So then I went back through and I was like, okay, if I get all of these wrong on this sheet, then I'll still pass. And I was like, time to turn it in. So it's like, if I'm not gonna change these answers and it's not gonna magically appear in my head, then I just need to give it to him. And when I passed it in, the instructor was like, congrats. And I was like, okay, bye.
You know, I told them just to have that confidence. I was like, you guys have had some of the best instructors here in the state of North Carolina teach you. I was like, you know the material, get a good night's sleep. I even told them about when I was in school, my mom would cook me breakfast in the morning before a state exam. So I told them, I said, you still with your mama, take advantage of it and get a good breakfast, good night's sleep, and just knock it out the park.
The next few weeks at the Charlotte Police Training Academy will now cover CMPD specific material, and it all kicks off with TAC training down at the range.
How's everybody feeling this morning?
Part of the CMPD specific training includes teaching.
Everybody's about yesterday? A little bit? No? Bridget? How we feel about our test? Did we get our results back? Yes, sir. Hopefully today. Save some ammo today. Oh, come on. They didn't like that yesterday either. I'm sure everyone was fine. You felt ready, right? You felt prepared. As good as you could have been, right? So, the way this is going to work today, we're going to break up into your two squads, okay? Half of y'all are going to go up to the main range, and half of you are going to stay down here. So, on the main range, we're actually going to shoot the new qualification course that the 197, the pilot class, is going to be using. This is the proposed state qual course moving forward. So we're trying to work through some kinks in terms of how we instruct it, how we call it, the loadout, and some of that. So it's a learning curve for us, but you guys are kind of the test case to see how the scores look, how does it flow, how long does it take in comparison to the other, and then we're actually getting some data on your scores so we can compare them to your scores under the old course. The scenario-based training down here is going to be with simunition rounds, so that's the waiver that's in front of you that Officer Holmes is going to go over here in just a second. These scenarios are meant to be a culmination of your training to this point, because believe it or not, the people that I look out here in this crowd to see are going to be answering calls for service in this city in 3 weeks or so, right? Yeah, golly, it feels like we just started. So we want to see where we last left you to where we are now, right? And apply everything from not just firearms, but your suspect encounters, your legal, your building searches, your whatever else you've had, right? All those blocks of instruction, you need to start working into your how you handle scenarios and how you problem solve different things that are thrown at you, right? We need
Yeah, meaty neck. Well, and then holster, and put a second mag in your... This is the entryway to the breezeway or common area of the apartment complex, which we have every legal right to be in, right? Okay. You're gonna go in there and look for apartment A, that's where the disturbance is happening. Okay. Give me 1 second. Ready? You good? All right, on you. As you come up, you can grab the other gun.
He came sprinting out of the door, I mean.
Yeah.
Hello.
Were you like up against the door? Like to the side?
Well, I was to the side, but I was like really close to it.
Yeah.
You say you want to knock and then go back and get distance.
Well, I couldn't hear anything. Granted, he wasn't saying anything anyway, but
No.
He's messing my couch up. I was like, I don't hear anything, but
Yeah, I was
you go in there.
the couch is pretty dirty, but it's not.
That's it's a crap couch, sir.
That is, it's progressive training, right? You've got to crawl, walk, run, right? So we don't expect anybody to come in here at the academy and know everything. So we want to give them a firm foundation to build upon.
The graduation still is not here yet. There's still some tasks we have to do. Still be smart when you're in that uniform and when you get home in the evenings. I mean, you're still a police officer or a recruit, however you want to look at it, on duty and off duty. So not to get too comfortable, but relax a little bit. You're almost there. You can see the finish line, but we still have a job to do.
Part of the CMPD specific training includes teaching the recruits about their day-to-day once they're out in patrol. The K-9 unit comes out to explain some of that to 196, and after they're done, they'll show them how they'll assist on K-9 tracks.
What we're going to cover today is going to be the K-9 aspect, what we expect from you guys, what we need from you guys, why we deploy our K-9s. Ultimately, we are a resource for you guys for patrol. So you're calling us, we're hanging around until you do that. But once we arrive on scene, we're relying upon you guys to provide us certain information and then to provide us security. So what we need from you guys is going to be clear information. If you're unsure of what you got, we can always talk through it. Don't have to be in a rush or anything. But today we're going to cover the basics of what we need from you guys at all points. So our primary job as a K-9 unit using our dog is he's a locating tool. And that's very important to remember. Our dogs are not just considered to be bite dogs. We're not out here to bite people. They are able to bite because it's a protection for us and for you guys when they are deployed. But our ultimate job is just to find people, whether it's a suspect or maybe even a victim. So the responsibilities we have are tracking, area searches, building searches, narcotics, EOD, arson, firearms. We have 2 firearm dogs, and that is their odor. I'll talk a little bit more about that when we get down to their specifics. So this is an example of 2 different dogs. On the left, you've got Officer Tucker, pointy ear dog. He's going to be dual purpose. This dog here is EOD and a patrol K-9, and then you have the floppy ear dog, which is Hasso.
There's no better teacher than experience. So after they discuss in the class, 196 goes to the K-9 field to attempt a mock K-9 track.
Right now, we're just going to do short tracks so you guys can get some exposure to them. The biggest thing I need for you guys to do is communicate. Talk about who's taking lethal, who's going hands-on, who's got 360. All right. If there are any questions before you get started, please feel free to ask. I need 7 or 8 of you at a time. Be ready to go. Do we have any questions before we get started? All right.
All right, I'm gonna give a couple of announcements, and then this dude takes off running in the woods. Don't chase him. We'll let the dog win. Once we make contact, I'll just articulate what we're doing. Okay. Hey, Charlotte, please canine, make yourself known and come up now. This dog will find you. He's gonna bite you. Come on back. All right, let me get the dog out.
It's a really good job, guys. Staying up on them. Pretty slow track. Calling out your position. You guys are calling it out from the moment we started. It's not usually going to work out that way because you don't know you're going to encounter the guy at 50 yards. Everybody was attentive. Whoever called out that they actually saw him first, fantastic job. A lot of times in these scenarios, you guys are just like, well, we'll wait for the dog to bite him. You see him calling out. Again, the handler's probably going to be hyper-focused on his dog. He's not going to be able to have big, wide vision to see the suspects only 15 yards in front. So, good work on that. Any questions or anything? All right, guns out.
You're hiding in the woods. Come out now. The dog will find you. Will bite. Please stay on. Last warning. Try and come out. This dog will bite.
It takes everyone to make the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department function. It takes people from every background, every walk of life, every experience. And I think when I look at Recruit Class 196, that's what I see. I see all this rich experience that not necessarily was rooted in any type of police community relation, but just, you know, whether you had a customer service background, whether you had a business background, whether you, you know, you had something just completely off, like an art background, you know, something where that's creative and causes you to think outside the box. All of those experiences are relevant to what we do on a day-to-day basis because we're in the people business and everything you do in life revolves around people and relationships. I tell you, our training staff here at the Academy is, and it's always been this way in my career, I guess that you can take it for granted when you've been here 25 years, but they are the best trainers in the nation.
Post-BLET instruction is in full swing as the recruits finish out their last few weeks at the Academy. And there's also some driving instruction the recruits have to go through. These courses are geared toward driving in Charlotte, giving recruits more time in the cars they'll be driving, and it will give them more information on CMPD's driving policies.
Hey, it's going to be a pretty busy day on the track. You guys are going to be kind of managing yourselves a little bit in your flow and where you go and when you exchange. So please pay attention, right? And as we go through things, and as you're ready to exchange from one to the other, just go ahead and do that. You don't need us to tell you to rotate. Okay, you're going to be with Officer Carroll and myself today. Officer Betha's coming over. Officer O'Day is here from Steel Creek. So today you're going to be doing a backing course, and then you're going to be doing the evasive lighting course. So the evasive lighting course we got from Denver, Colorado. We went out there to some training, and they used the phone system to trigger a light going one direction. We came back and gave it to our traffic engineers, and they said we could do it better than that. So they built this lighting system, full circuitry for you guys. We've been running it for about 2 years now, and it's some really good training. So what you're going to experience over there, I'll let Officer Carroll tell you what the runs will look like when you go through that. But you're going to do full ABS steering braking.
Now, for the final tutorial before the recruits' turn.
Especially because the lights.
So you're going to be in the vehicle by yourself, so it'll look similar to our evasive course that we did there in BLET. So you're having to make a decision with the vehicle at a certain speed. We're going to circle back around and we're going to do it again.
All right, Jennings, are you up?
Yes, sir.
40, green. Wilson, sir.
Did you hit 40?
Yeah. I hit it like right way before because I was like, I'm just gonna cruise when I get there. Did you get rocked? Or are you good over there? You don't even realize as the driver that it's that fast, and then a couple of the other courses that we did for the state, I was the passenger, and I was like, oh my God. It's like this whole computer went whoosh.
I'm gonna miss the people a lot. I feel like I was actually just talking with someone in the hallway about how it's gonna be weird not coming and seeing everybody every day. I also think I'm gonna miss the routine of like coming here. Like I get in the car and plug my phone in and it says, like, it doesn't matter where I am, but it's like 7 minutes to the academy or someone, like it just, my body is used to coming here every day. So I think that that'll be a big change, especially too with like the whole idea of that we have to come and go in our PTs. Like it's gonna be nice actually feeling like we did it. But I'm excited to actually put what I learned here into practice, so.
Who's that?
Jennings, sir.
Hey, one more time. I can't understand you.
Jennings, sir.
There you go. 50, green.
It's like, hello. You didn't get rocked that time.
So I think I'm gonna turn to get in that lane and then brake. I don't think I'm gonna wait till I'm all the way in the lane. Yeah. Because I think that'll be too late. Probably. Don't you?
Green.
Because he wants us to stop before we go in the cones, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
30, red.
We're at 30. What do you think?
Hopper.
You're good.
Okay. Williams.
30, red.
30, red. I don't think he qualified. I don't think my last one qualified, man.
Hopper. My Hopper. Hey, Williams, you gotta get hard on those brakes, okay?
Will do, sir.
Just go as hard on the brakes as you can.
I'm gonna stand up on
30,
these brakes.
red.
I'm sick of hearing 30 red. 30's not even that freaking fast.
Good.
Were you talking to Osborne, sir?
Who's that?
William, sir.
Only 30, red. You gotta get hard on those brakes.
10-4.
There we go.
Red.
Yeah.
Hard on those brakes, Robert.
You know, I still look at Williams. Williams O, we call him, Uncle O. And, you know, him being 50 years old, and I just try to think about all the tough stuff we've done, mentally and physically. And, man, to do that at 50 years old, come back from an injury, to be so resilient. And actually, I was just talking to him this morning. I was like, Williams, does your body hurt? And he said, yes, sir, but I'm still pushing through. It's just remarkable that somebody at that age, injuries can come back. And, you know, we always ask about what's your why? And he talks about his daughters. And, man, they're going to be proud of him. And I know he's proud of himself. He should be.
You know, you're part of the CEU now. You're starting to get patches. Your patches put on, and your outfit, your uniform that you're used to for 6 months is starting to change. The taser training, all of the training with the guns, all of that stuff just builds up. And in the moment, you're in it, trying to learn it, trying to concentrate, trying to listen to your instructors and deliver. So if anything makes it a little bit easier, that does. But reflecting on it, even when they gave us all of our scores and everything, when they were going to submit everything to the state, it's a lot to look at,
So, right, we crawl, we walk, and then we run, okay? So when you guys come back over here the next time, you'll be in the cars again, but we'll be asking you to put all these skills back together, right? And we don't throw you in the car dry on that first day because you haven't you haven't driven in a couple weeks. We do a day like this where you guys get back in the cars, you get comfortable with the platforms again, and then when we come back over, we'll be doing pursuits. But what we'll be asking you to do is to do them on your own and to do them according to policy. So you'll sit through policy, you'll understand then what CMPD's specific policy is, which is slightly different than the BLET, okay? What we can and can't pursue for, you'll have to reason through some of those things. You'll be dispatched to a call for service. You'll find the offender card. It's not going to appear gloriously like it does in BLET, right? You'll have to differentiate when you can pass across the yellow line with your emergency equipment on. Doing those things all with due regard. Navigating through intersections with working traffic lights, okay? So now we start to crawl a little bit, and we'll start to jog, and then we'll run a little bit toward the end of the day, that day. At the end of that, you will also debrief with a sergeant who has authorized your pursuit. And you will be asked to give them information, like what type of offense you had, what gives you the ability to pursue it by our policy.
As their time here at the Academy ends, the instructors are making sure to take time to answer any questions the recruits may have and remind them of their reason for being here.
It's easy to get bitter when your vacation gets canceled because there's a manpower pull. Or you have a 7-day break coming up and you got pulled to go work Panther traffic. It's easy to get bitter, real easy, okay? And I will encourage you that when you start to hear that and when you start to see it and when you start to feel it, go back to why you came here. If you stay grounded in why you came here, you'll survive a 30-year career and you will make a difference. Even if it's a little bit of a difference, you will make a difference.
I think post-state test, it just was kind of like a different feeling of being able to talk to people and know that instead of seeing us as recruits, they were actually starting to like talk to us like we were going to be officers. Because then like even the instructors that would come in after we all passed the test, they were like, okay, like cards on the like off the table, like you guys are going to be our backup soon. Like we want you guys to be asking questions. We want you guys to be comfortable in like what we're teaching you. So it was kind of a switch from like learn this, this, and this to be able to pass the test and now actually be able to use it.
And you do realize the totality, as is often said around here, you realize the totality of the impact that the Academy has had on you, that you've had on others, that others have had on you, your peers, the instructors, what they've taught you. I can, look at each of them and tell them something that they've given me, especially having been here twice. I've learned a lot, they've shared a lot, and I'm ready to deliver on that.
Join us next episode to see 196 compete against some special guests.